Hi everybody, it's Lynn from the Swirly Doos Education Design Team, and I'm here with you today. I'm still working with the October Technique Kit and a few little other added extras. Basically the basis for this creation today are the two tags that come in the kit, which I have now used up, so I've created my own tags out of some of the additional papers that were in the kit. And I'm going to be working with the Golden Bamboo primary elements, and I'm going to use this in a form mixed with some bind and resist or Arabic powder, which will help the primary elements adhere to your paper and so you won't lose that mica. I've also created a mist using the primary elements, the Golden Bamboo with the bind and resist mixed with water. I also created another custom color, which I used persimmon mixed with the primary elements. So let the creating begin. One of the first things that I'm going to do, and it's something that I've been having a lot of fun with lately, is stamping with the silk. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the silk, put it on my craft mats, kind of smear it out there. Take my stamp and stamp into it, and then we're just going to randomly stamp onto the tag. Just see how beautiful that is. So we need to dry our tag. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to distress the edges of my tag with my Distress It All. So I'm just going to hold in the button. I'm sure my son's going to really appreciate this. There we go. Now that I have all the edges of my tag distressed, I'm going to take it and I'm going to crumple it all up, because this is what I love to do. Oh, it even tore. Yay! And then I'm going to take my little handy dandy sander and I'm just going to go in and hit the high points of the tag. Okay, and now I'm going to spritz my tag with the Golden Bamboo shimmering mist that I've created. And I'm also going to create some puddles of it on my craft mat. And I want to go in and dip the edges into it. Okay, so now we're going to dry our tag. The next step that I'm going to do is I took equal parts of the primary elements Golden Bamboo and the bind and resist powder, which is also known as gum Arabic, and I'm going to use this Diane Reevely's Amazing Delusions stencil here and a piece of sea sponge, and I've made my mixture just kind of a little bit thick. I didn't want it too watery because I don't want it oozing underneath here. So then I'm just going to take my sponge, I'm going to fill in my stencil. And the beauty of these primary elements is you can get so many different looks out of one powder. This is the far more concentrated, so it's more brown, and then it has this beautiful reddish mica that shows through. And there you have it. How cool is that? And you can just see the red mica in this Golden Bamboo. Also going to take this little checkerboard edge and run that down the side of my tag. Okay, so now we need to dry this. So while I have all this mist actually left over on my craft mat, I'm going to pull out my Canvas Color Me Crazy flower. And the first thing, of course, I want to do is I want to mist it with water so that it will help with the soaking up of the ink. And then I'm just going to dip the edges of my flower into this yummy red color that I have going on here. Then you can also spray it with water again to help that color move. Oh, isn't that just so pretty? Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this primary elements mixture that I have left over. This is nice darkish color. And I'm just going to go right around the center of my flower with some of this really saturated mixture. And then I'm going to take my water and I'm going to spritz it heavy. And look at how it just made that green move. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so we need this little darling to dry. And while I still have a little bit of that primary element mixture left, I cut a sprig from the tattered pine cone. It has a piece of basil on it on a piece of chipboard. And I'm just going to paint that over top. So once again, we're going to have that really rich mica look. Whoops, going on. Okay, so we're just dipping the tag in the leftover primary elements slash bind and resist goo I have going on. And there we go. And now we're just going to we're going to dry that one too. Something else I didn't do on the original that I think I want to do on this one is, once again, I'm going to use the silk acrylic glaze, and I want to stamp on the front of my little envelope here. So I'm just going to create a little brushed out area. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is just beautiful. Okay, we need to let that dry. I took a piece of the May Art silk ribbon, and I've just spritzed a little bit of that with the colored mixture, the custom color here. Then also what I want to do is, now that my flower has dried a bit, I just want to go in and hit it with some slightly darker color. It's actually not a darker color, but now that it's dried, it will look darker around the edges. There we go. Okay, and I'll dry these two pieces. Now we're going to put our tag together. I have a piece of jute here that's kind of super long, and I'm just going to take this and wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap it around my little envelope here and tie a knot. And I'll arrange it as needed on my little envelope. There we go. Okay, so we got that kind of hanging. And then we have the loopy bow that we created with the May Arts ribbon, and we're going to put that down here. We're going to adhere our flower over top of it. Oh yeah, you can't forget the vintage lace. So I got a piece of that here. Alright, we'll use that under there. And there you have it. Oh wait, where's our little sprig? Can't forget that. Tuck that up underneath. And there you have it. A beautiful gift tag whatever you want to do. I actually put 2 tags together and attach them through the hole, tied some ribbon on it. Here's actually the resin key that I had made a long time ago that I told you that I would use. So I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial today. Pop on over to swirlydoos.com and see all the wonderful creations and kits that are available. Have a fabulous creative day.